Hello, Internet world. That was Maggie's belly. Um, so, not going to give any days or times, but I have an appointment with my surgeon next week. And I knew I had other. Okay, so the last time I saw the surgeon, or the first time whenever, he told me that we were going to work on the neck first, and then we would see about the lower back. And well, looks like I'll be having lower back surgery now. He told me that I have curvature of the spine, so I guess that's what's going to be worked on. Although I can feel my bones scraping against each other, at least that's what it feels like. So in my lower spine, and it'll pop sometimes. And now I can't say for certain, but this is my my desire. The last time, because before surgery you can't eat anything for like 12 or 24 hours, and you can drink water up to the night before, or up to like midnight. I like to eat, and I'm starving right now. We're both starving right now, and we ain't got no money. If you got the money, honey, I've got the time. We'll go honky tonkin'. Anyway, that's one thing I want to do, is take my wife to a bar, I guess. I don't really want to take her to a bar because I don't like bars. But I want to take her someplace where there's a good steel guitar and fiddle and banjo, and but I can't find nothing like that around here. I could find it in Texas. They ain't hard to find down there. But anyway, so I reckon that's not going to be happening anytime soon. I'm oh jeez. This is socks right here, folks. That you're looking at. What, hon? Who is? Oh. So the only cat that really steps on the keyboard is Socks right here. Now you're looking at her butt. So I'm not looking forward to this, because the only person, the medical professional that I really have, that I can really refer to concerning back surgery, is my mom. But I don't really, with all honesty, I don't know what to think about what she said. She said if back surgery is something you should avoid at all costs, if at all possible. But medicine has come a long way since she was a nurse starting in the early 1950s, and she was an RN. She actually went to for those who've seen the movie MASH. I talk about this. There's a scene in the operating room where the surgeon asked for a Diva retractor. Well, the Dr. Diva that developed that Diva retractor was the was a surgeon at the hospital that my mom's nursing school was attached to. So, but so we're talking way back when. But one thing I dislike about surgery is it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the surgical staff. It still goes on. It still goes on. I don't know if it's to the same degree it used to be or not, but surgeons take their frustrations out on the surgical staff, and they throw instruments and scalpels and clamps or hemostats, to be more precise. I actually need another hemostat, by the way, if anybody has an extra one. We have two medical kits, and they happen to be right here. This is one of them. This is an Army Medics bag. Yeah, it's stuffed. That's my old neck brace. I have my stethoscope in there, right there. I actually bought that stethoscope at the hospital in Lebanon, and my first wife was having her surgeries and procedures done up there, and I bought that. It's actually a trauma stethoscope. Yeah, I'm old enough to remember the days where you had one kind of stethoscope. Well, the modern stethoscopes, there was one type of modern stethoscope, although you could find pieces for the, oh gosh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have to deal with all the crap that, there's the pain, there's being away from my wife, being away from home. I did find that we have a rehab here in our area. I don't know why they sent me to the hospital in Vermont for my rehab. They may have their reasons for doing that. I really don't know. Last time, the street that the ambulance took to get to the rehab hospital was, it felt like we were driving over cobblestones. I was in so much pain. I was so worried that the corrections the surgeon did make was going to be kaput. Hey, what's going on down here? Who is it? But that's one of our first aid kits. So that's not really a first aid kit. This is a first aid kit. So we have these two. But I need a second hemostat. And I actually, you know what I need? I need sutures. What I actually need to get some needles for because what I did was I put a roll of or a spool of thread in one of the kits to use for suturing if that was ever necessary. But what good is that without the needles, right? But and I do need at least one more hemostat. More would be better, but when possible, I kind of I pilfer a thing or two from the hospital when I can. I mean, I'm paying for it anyway, and our bills, you know, it's taken what, 9 months, almost a year, to get to where I had hoped to have been last year financially. But we're not completely there, but we're like almost there, because things keep happening, like with the freaking cars. But yeah, so I'm going up to Lebanon next month. Well, it is next month. I mean, but next month is midnight, right? So next week I'm going to see my surgeon, and I mean, like my wife said, you know, we've been together just over 2 years now, and she said, oh, my neighbors, they're drunk. They're drunks. Sometimes they get loud, but you know, I've had back problems since we met, and last year I had the surgery on my neck. You know, I'm going to have surgery on my spine. Well, that's still my spine, but you know, your spine goes all the way up and down your back. But now I'm going to have surgery on my lower back. I have a strong feeling that the rehab for that is going to take longer. But what I was going to say earlier was because you're not supposed to eat or drink before surgery, and then, you know, frankly, I like to eat, okay? I enjoy eating. I don't gain weight, amazingly, but I like to eat, and the window for this thing is blinking. Now it stopped. Anyway, so I had my last surgery. You know, my wife got me food, and I was ordering like 2 cheeseburgers because I was starving. I mean, it took me a while to get to not feel like I was starving again. And I was asking her earlier, because you know, I was out of it, because you know, that anesthesia doesn't go away right away. Doesn't leave your body right away. So I was feeling it for several days. So I was asking her earlier how long I was actually in the hospital where I had the surgery, and she said 3 or 4 days. I didn't realize. I thought I was there like 2 days, but yeah, I was there longer. And you know, and then there's the rehab. Well, I found out we have a rehab down here. Now there may be a reason they send me to a specific rehab. You know, I don't know. You know, different rehabs may specialize in different types of rehabilitation. I really have no idea. So I'm not looking forward to this. Last time I got off the pain meds in a week, 1 week. Well, 1 week after I got out of the hospital in Lebanon. When I was in the rehab, by the time I left the rehab, I was off the pain meds. I think I may have had a few pills just in case, but I never used them. I got rid of them. Don't know what, I threw them away, gave them to the town, or I don't know what I did with them. Because, you know, like, you can take them to like the fire stations or police stations, and if like expired meds. But I'm not looking forward to this, and I'm stressed out. I was stressed out before. Now I'm even more stressed out. But one thing that's less stressful is I have an appointment. You know, I'm not worried about that. The doctor didn't yell at me. I actually didn't talk to the doctor. I talked to, I guess, his nurse or one of his staff. Made the appointment. You know, look, at this point, I want to just get it over with, get it taken care of, get it just done, just get freaking done. I haven't called my uncle or Skyped with my cousin or anything like that yet. And I have a feeling they're pissed off at me, and if they are, well, sorry. I mean, I don't like upsetting my kin, but if I upset them, I apologize. But I want to bury her. The thing is, going about burying her now, I don't know. Whoops. I don't know. I mean, I'm still going to do it, but now it's a matter of when. Probably instead of early to midsummer, it'll probably be late summer or fall or early winter, if I get her remains sent to me. So actually, you know what? Before I forget what this means, I need to write down. I can't see. I need glasses because you see I scratched them. They're dirty too, but I scratched the bifocals, which is the main reason I need them. Yeah, because I went to college, and I know you take notes. You take notes in a way so that you know what you're talking about, what you wrote down, and then there goes my stomach growling. Then you get home and you go through your notes and you rewrite it. I used to have all my notes. I had all my notes from college till the fire. Believe it or not, I had all my notes. I kept them. I was a pack rat. I still am. My wife's laughing. I what? Yeah. So what?
They might make it more grown-ups even have to get vaccinations.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be in jail.
Yeah, me too.
Huh?
Me too.
I'm not getting that.
My wife just said they're thinking about making a law where they're gonna make adults get vaccinations. Yeah, you're gonna have to send me to jail because I ain't getting them. It's interesting that all these people that are vaccinated are getting sick, yet all these people that are not vaccinated are not getting sick. And I just saw another story of a child dying from vaccination shots. I think actually my wife may have been the one who put it up there. And no, hell no.
What is that shot? Is it MMR or MMR?
I don't know. MMR, I think. Anyway, so people, I'm just going on. This is almost 20 minutes long, and I don't want to do this. I'm going to do it. I mean, I'm not going to keep putting it off. I'm not going to not do it and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do it, but I don't like the pain. I don't like the discomfort. I don't like being away from home. I don't like being away from my wife. I don't like being away from our animals, our fur babies. And then there's always the risk of severe debilitation and death. And I don't want either one of those. I know that if I wind up with a rod in my back, which is probably what it's going to be, that I'm going to be even more limited in my physical abilities. Right now I'm not supposed to move my head too far to the right or left, or up and down. And to be honest with you, what I'd really like, It doesn't work this way unless it's an emergency. But what I'd really like is to go up there on my scheduled day to see the doctor. And what he'll probably do is, well, he won't do it, but one of his staff will schedule me for surgery. And then after that's scheduled, we come back home, and then we have to go back up there, which means we have to wait another freaking month because we won't have money to go back up there a second time this month. What would be nice would be if I could just stay there. Like, okay, well, we're going to see you today, or we saw you today, and what we can do is you can stay in the hospital today or tonight, and we'll do the surgery tomorrow. Or you can stay in the hospital tonight, and we'll do the surgery 2 days from now. But they don't do that unless it's truly an emergency, and this isn't an emergency. It's serious, but I'm not looking forward to it. I don't want to do this. It has to be done though, because things will just get worse and worse if I don't do it. These necklaces up here, I want to be buried with all of those. I want my kilt when I'm buried. I want to wear my kilt. Well, I won't be putting it on, of course. Somebody else will put it on me. But no, my kilt shirt, the brooch. I think my brooch is a dragon brooch. A little dragon head on the brooch pin. But I like to eat, I enjoy eating, and we're both starving right now. And what I don't like is when I'm up there, or when, I can't eat for like 12 to 24 hours, and I can't drink anything but water up until like midnight or something like that. I don't enjoy this. And last time I was in OR8, I should name this video OR8. OR stands for operating room, although nobody really watches my videos. OR8 was the operating room in the movie Coma. Not Coma, but Coma. C-O-M-A. But this time, I'm going to put a bag together of some stuff to take with me. Because I'm going to be on my freaking back for I don't know how long. And I was bored to death last time. So I'm going to take some stuff with me, and with us. So I can have something to read, because I don't really read a whole lot. But what am I going to do? Watch TV? I immensely dislike what's on the TV. My wife watches some TV, more than I do, but she doesn't even watch it all the time. I watch videos on the YouTube. Somebody walked by with their dog. Misty, the kitten, hears them outside. I call her Nanny Goat because the way she sounds. Hey, Nanny Goat. Yeah, you know who's Nanny Goat, don't you? Oh, gosh. It's our anniversary. Well, this month was our anniversary, but we go for our anniversary dinner next month. we're gonna go Japanese for Japanese food. If I had pulled it up, I would tell you what I want to get, because I want to get several pieces of sushi. I happen to like sushi, and I'm gonna tell the wait staff, the waiter or waitress. I'm gonna say, look. I'm not gonna say look. I'm gonna say, when I order, because I know what uni is. Not everybody knows what uni is. Uni is sea urchin, and you can use, depending on the sea urchin. Not all sea urchins, from my understanding, not all uni are edible, and depending on the uni, it depends on what part of the uni you use. But some uni you eat the gonads, the testicles of. Would you call a sea urchin a fish? I don't know. Because it doesn't have fins, it doesn't have scales. I don't know if they even have eyes. But they have my favorite salad, which is octopus tentacles. Chopped up. My wife was like, ugh, just now when I said that. But, when I go to a place like that, some memories start coming back. But what I want to do is tell the waitstaff, look, when I was growing up on Okinawa, I would at my nursery school, I'd see the mama-sans coming from the village across the street from the nursery school, and I still can't find out what the name of that village was. That's John. Come on, John, you're in my way. And he likes to drink out of my cup. Come on, John. And I'd watch the mama-sans come over, John, from the village, and at low tide, and they'd be harvesting the sea urchins. And back then I was like, oh no, they're going to hurt themselves. They shouldn't pick those things up. They're going to hurt themselves. Because some sea urchins have spikes, big freaking spikes on them. And John, what did I say? I'm getting upset. And anyway, I'm gonna say, yeah, I used to watch them come, and I don't know if saying Mama-san or Papa-san is considered rude or not. When I was a boy on Okinawa, it was considered very polite. I mean, not very polite, but it was polite. That's, everybody, all the adults were Mama-san or Papa-san, and there was Baby-san. But I don't know. Maybe today that's considered rude. I don't know. I just got a tick off of John. Yep.
Okay.
I'll show you in a second. John, you can't go outside anymore.
I ain't even been outside today. Was it stuck going?
Yep.
Oh.
Look at that tick, people. It's alive. And so anyway, I don't know. So I have to get the surgery. Bye.